what happens is, right, the pressure builds, right? When you get into February and March time, and I know Terry was saying that performance ain't very good. It's about results. Manchester United players thrive on the period from February through to the end of the season. Now, Man City have now got to get used to teams when they go away from home that they sit 5 in midfield like Everton have done, and they say, "Come on, you break us down." The one player that we all thought that Man City would miss and they couldn't replace is Yaya Toure.
Yes,
he's the one player that they've got nobody like for like.
Right.
And I just look at them thinking, you need something different to break these teams down. If you've got a marauding midfield player who's breaking from deep, from like 30, 40 yards, getting beyond his strikers, that's the thing that they're missing.
Can I ask you about Perry? You were involved in 88-89 when Arsenal won the league at Anfield. Yeah. But in the kind of 6 or 7 games before that, I mean, they drew at home to Wimbledon 2-2, home to Charlton 2-2, lost to Derby at home 2-1. There must have been players bottling it then, mustn't there? But we don't look back at it in that way because history doesn't have.
Yeah, the thing is, bottling it is a thing. All that happens is there's more tension and there's more pressure on those games, and players. You get individual mistakes creep in. And the game we drew against Wimbledon, we absolutely battered them. We should have beat them like 8-2.
2-0 down, wasn't it?
Yeah, but we should have beat them. Yeah, we 2-0 up. We should have beat them 8-2. And a lad called McGee, he's never ever scored a goal. No. So little quirky things, come up every now and again. But then the thing that did us a favour going to Anfield is having to win by 2 clear goals. No one ever did that. So if we'd had to go there to win, there'd have been miles more pressure. But to go and win by 2 clear goals, you get used to that. And then when we won it in 1991, when we got into that position,
so consistent, wasn't it?
But then when we got that position again, we knew, we had the belief that we could win these tight games.
Sure.
Man City haven't got that belief that they can win tight games. Manchester United have.
Yeah, OK. Let's get back up to the Skype wall, please. We ask you to keep in touch with us. Sports Night Live, that's the address for the Skype wall. We're going straight up there now. We've got Andy, who's a City fan. He's got his Joe 90 glasses on. He's watching this in 3D. You'd rather be watching it in 2D or 1D, wouldn't you, Andy?
Hello, Michael. Are you OK, pal?
Very good indeed, mate. Now, I'm an Everton fan. I'm having quite a comfortable evening. But it's going to be a very, very nervous last 5 minutes. How do you think it's going to go?
Michael, I know why you've not got a season ticket to watch these now, pal. Fair credit, you're winning tonight, but I couldn't pay to watch these week in, week out, mate.
Well, nobody's asking me to. I do, actually. I have got a season ticket.
Wait a minute. Andy, you know what? The air of confidence and arrogance from Man City fans, you purport to be a big club now. You've got to get used to going away from home where teams put 5 in midfield, have a bank of 4. Arsenal, Man United and Chelsea have been doing it for 15, 20 years. Now it's your turn to try and break these teams down. Everton haven't got the resources you have, so they're not going to come and take you on a free-flying game of football.
No, I agree with you, Perry. They can only work within their means, but it's just the way. I know it's our problem. We should be trying to break teams down like this. It's not been our best night, to be honest, but Everton, mate.
So it's Everton's fault.
Well, hang on, Andy. I'm not sitting here and taking this.
Wait a minute, no. So it's Everton's fault that you've had a lacklustre performance and you can't break them down. So I get Man City fans saying referees are against us. We're not getting penalties. We're getting players sent off. You haven't had that tonight.
And do you know what Andy's saying tonight? What you're saying tonight, Andy, is you're saying, and we have to have this real problem where we've got to play rubbish teams occasionally. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm not calling you rubbish, Mike. I'm just saying.
What are you calling us then?
Can I speak, pal?
Yes.
No, tonight, and well, pretty much every time we play Everton, I'm actually surprised that you played a striker tonight, because that's the first time in about 7 or 8 games against us you've actually played a striker against us.
Well, we're beating you.
If City are good enough, surely they can
break them down.
That.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. But it just seems out that the game plan was tonight was just, like the first booking of the match was a nothing yellow card for something Vincent Kompany did. Where Leighton Baines, he's had about 4 or 5 nasty ones. Drenth, he should have been booked for diving.
Wait a minute. Andy, I've said, right, and people keep having to go, Man City are a middle-sized club with a lot of money. They're a very rich club. They're not a big club. The fans have got to get used to beating teams like this.
I've heard you say this before, pal, and I think it's out of order. That
no,
you just look back at our history. It's not a case of us being sort of like a small or middle club.
You're a middle-tier club with a lot of money.
No, I don't agree with Perry on that, Andy. I'm with you. I think they are a big club.
To be fair, Mike, I've heard you defending City before on that.
I think they are. But what I'm saying, Andy, the most basic thing about football is you can only play the team that's put in front of you. And I think you've got a very strange argument tonight that the reason you're losing is because Everton are
everybody else's fault. It's everybody else's fault.
It's almost like saying that if everyone else played that in the league, City would have lost every game this season. They'd be bottom. No, not at all. No, I just think there's certain things what's gone on tonight. And even taken away from tonight, I've been wanting to come on for a few nights, guys, right? I don't care what anyone says, there's a certain agenda against City at the moment.
Oh, don't make me laugh. A certain agenda...
Andy, you're sounding like a United fan.
Exactly, yeah. There's no agenda against Man City.
Hang on, I sound like a United fan.
Yeah.
I've got a Manchester accent, mate.
Yeah. Andy, don't go anywhere, mate. Stay there, because we've got a City fan in the studio, and I want to get his view just for a few seconds.
But please, United Stoke 2-0 is a full time.
Right, 2-0 full time at United and Stoke. Let's go over to our fan zone studio next door, Studio 2. We've got Terry, the City fan. Terry, Andy's put some points forward. He says it's largely down to Everton being rubbish tonight that City are losing. What do you think?
Nah, we've got to beat teams like Everton. At the end of the day, we've got to beat teams like Everton. The last few games we have not put it in. We've not put a shift in that front. Everton can come and go. I'm not, with all due respect, if we want to win the Premiership, they're the teams we've got to beat, and then go on and beat United.
Andy's complaining that the refs are against you. You've just had 4 added minutes. I don't know where 4 minutes came from.
We've had 2 penalties here, which we haven't. He didn't even look at.
Andy says 3. Andy, you're saying 3 penalties that you should have had?
2 definite penalties there, not even looked at.
Right, OK. Well, listen, if you were claiming, I'm talking to Andy now, Terry, if you were telling me that the ref missed you 1 penalty or even 2, but 3 seems an extraordinary number of penalties for the referee to get a decision wrong on.
Do you know what I think is brilliant, right? Man City were battering teams at the beginning of the season, right? Yep. Absolutely hammering teams.
Yep.
Now the pressure's on, right? So Mancini will say that there's an agenda. The fans think that there's an agenda. Yeah. This is what you have to deal with if you want to win Premier League titles. Manchester United have been doing it for 20 years. Yep. Their players are used to winning games where teams don't come out and try and beat them. Yep. Now Man City have to combat that. Right, and I think it's brilliant for football. I think it's brilliant for football that Man City are in the mix because it makes it more interesting.
Yeah,
but we can see the name on the trophy,
and Man City can't whinge about there's an agenda against us. No one wants us to win. There's not.
There is Perry. Go back to the Vincent Company. Look at the challenges since this is going away from the game slightly tonight, which is a bit off topic. But you look at the challenges what have gone on in the Premier League since the Vincent Company thing, and it just seems like referees are just not wanting to give any what should be red cards now since the Vincent Company thing, and it's just bang out of order.
Well, so I think Balotelli was lucky to stay on the pitch against Spurs.
It just seems like referees know that it was not a red card, so now they're just trying to compensate it by not giving red cards to what are.
Andy, I've got to contradict you there, mate, because last Sunday morning's newspapers, half a dozen of them carried a story, and Aidan will back me up here, saying that referees have been told now to absolutely clamp down on the 2-footed tackle as a result of Company. Mike,
has it happened though? We've lost. No, in my opinion, it's not. You've only got the lad is it Cabai from Newcastle? He's appealed. He's actually gone appealing today for that challenge he did the weekend.
Andy, we're just going to go back to the fan zone, mate, because we're into the dying seconds of this game now. We've got our City fan in the studio here, Terry. We've got Kevin, the Everton fan, and we're in the dying embers of this game. It's coming very close to the end. The moment Everton, of course, still leading 1-0. Will it be a dramatic, ultra-dramatic finish at Goodison Park?
And we won't see it.
Let's have it talked through.
They've lost their picture, Mike.
No, we've got the pictures back.
No, we haven't.
But in the
they haven't got the pictures back. We'll have to talk you through it then.
Can I give you some Championship full times?
Yeah, well, hang on. Let's just get to the end of this game. We're a few seconds away from the end of this game now.
Try to take the pressure off you there,
At Goodison Park. No, it's OK, don't worry. It's very kind of you. Thank you very much indeed. Everton are now literally...
Game over.
It's all over. It's all over. It's all over. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll go straight to Terry, the City fan. Terry, how do you feel about that?
Gutted. We'll get over it. We'll go over it. It's hiccup. These things happen. It always happens when we play.
Yeah. Terry, you've got the natural disappointment of a City fan who feels his team didn't play well enough tonight. Let's contrast that with Andy, who's up on our Skype wall. Andy, you seem to think you lost tonight for reasons other than the fact that you simply weren't good enough.
No, you misunderstood what I said before, Mike. What I was saying is, it seems like Everton went out like they always do against us to try and. It's not always me to try and intimidate us a little bit. You know, there was tackles what went in the game. There was dives from Drent in the first half where he went down on the attack. I'm sorry, but that's
Andy, what's your problem with teams setting themselves up to be difficult to beat?
Exactly.
Nothing at all. You know, we have to play with what we're faced with. But when you've got players like Drent who in the first half dive, and it was a complete dive. Right, he should have been yellow carded, and that should have set the tone there. But then you had Leighton Baines, who was going in really, really strange. I'll put it as strange on Milner, which the one or two of them he should have probably had about 2 or 3 yellow cards on Milner in the first half, in probably about the first 15-20 minutes.
This is bitter,
what's amazing, right? You haven't once said about Man City's inadequacies, why they haven't broke Everton down and created chances. It's all about Everton's deficiencies, not about yours.
We wasn't good enough tonight, mate. We wasn't good enough tonight.
That's it. End of.
Yeah.
End of story.
Andy, listen, mate, we've got to move on. We'll come to the end of this hour, but I want to thank you very much, mate, for getting up on the show. It's been a tough night for you. You've handled it with resilience, and I hope we'll see you up on the Skype wall again soon.
We'll be back on Saturday, Michael. Fair play to you, pal.
OK, thank you very much indeed. That's Andy, the City fan. Stay ahead of the game with Sports Tonight Live. Don't miss a thing. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search for Sports Tonight Live on Facebook and like our fan page. Follow Sports Tonight TV on Twitter and tweet us your thoughts and opinions. Sports Tonight Live, it's the platform for the fans.